Heart? Not really. Karlie was glad to see that Mathias had started to change, even if just a little. They sat together, talking quietly, and for a moment he seemed different, less cruel, more thoughtful. But then, Lady Marlene's voice called from down the hallway, "Mathias, it is time for bed!" Karlie stood and offered her hand, guiding the boy toward his room. As she turned to leave, Mathias suddenly slapped her on the backside and darted inside, laughing. Karlie flinched in pain, clutching herself slightly, her expression falling into disappointment. He hadn't changed, not truly. Lady Marlene, having witnessed the moment from the end of the hall, approached gently but firmly. "Mathias," she said with calm authority, "how many times must I tell you? You do not treat a lady that way. A true gentleman shows respect." Later that night, as he lay in bed, his mother sat at his side, softly brushing his curls and humming a lullaby until he drifted into sleep. The next morning, Karlie gently woke Mathias. "Breakfast is ready, young lord. Time to get dressed?" After breakfast, Mathias wrapped up some leftover food and wandered outside to find Kristoff, who was sweeping the castle steps. Without a word, Mathias handed him the food. Kristoff grinned. "You brought this for me?" Mathias nodded. "Why are you even an orphan?" he asked awkwardly. Kristoff's smile faded a little, but he answered calmly. "My whole family was gathering firewood for winter. A wildfire broke out. They didn't make it." Mathias looked at him, confused. "But how did you survive?" "My father had forgotten something at home. I ran back to get it for him. When I came back, the fire had already started. I tried to find them, but the smoke," he paused, "passed out. When I woke up, I was in the castle. Lady Marlene had seen me and sent the guards to save me. They never found my family alive, just ashes, my parents and little sister holding each other as they burned." Mathias stood in silence, eyes wide. "I did not know," he murmured. That afternoon, he brought Kristoff to the training yard. "Come on, I will teach you to ride a pony." Kristoff was nervous, and the pony did not help. It shifted and trotted as he tried to mount it. He fell once, twice, even 3 times. Mathias laughed at first, but it wasn't cruel this time. It was real joy. They practiced sword swings on the training dummy, too, clumsily at first, but both boys began to enjoy themselves. The laughter that echoed through the courtyard was honest. Lady Marlene watched from a high window, a soft smile on her face. Her son was changing. That night, as the castle quieted, a messenger arrived. "The Lord will return tomorrow," he said with a bow. "Your husband and eldest son are on their way back from diplomatic journey."